My goal for this conference was you walk in and you look around and say, this is important. Everybody in the room is going to be believing one thing: we're going to expand.
It's been more than I ever imagined. We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
30 countries have showed up for this event.
Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, can you please clap your hands? People, come on.
I'm here to help you. Finally, I feel like I'm doing something equivalent to what I'm supposed to do.
Let's fix this place, Kevin Hart.
Are you ready to connect?
Phenomenal success story. Give it up for Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, welcome to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here. It's Friday, and man, I got to tell you, the world has changed since the last time I was here doing this show. Hope you're doing well today. Every Friday in the Cardone Zone, I come to you to talk about your business, your finances, look, your life. How do you make it better? How can you expand? Right now, we're talking about crazy things going on in the world. Crazy. I just finished seeing the state of Ohio. The governor said there's 100,000 cases of coronavirus and they're going to shut down for 3 weeks. So I come to you today, folks, okay? I probably said this for, the last 3 months that America's in a recession already. We just haven't reported it yet. It always happens after the fact. The report comes in later. I'm not a doomsday guy. I'm not a panic guy. I'm not a drama guy. But I am a real guy. I am a real guy that deals in the real world. And every day I come to you talking to you about, dude, you got to get prepared. You got to be ready. I beat you up constantly. You cannot be comfortable. And right now, today, we are in a state of emergency. Whether you know it or not, you are in a state of emergency right now, and you need to prepare for it. Now, how do you handle emergency is not by gossip, rumor, and panic, okay? First thing you do, when I go into an emergency situation, imagine that your kitchen's on fire. What's the first thing you do? You don't get in a fight. You don't call your friends. You put the fire out, okay? Now, in the case of the corona thing, you and I cannot put it out, okay? There's no putting this thing out. So what you do first is you don't panic, okay? Because panic's not going to do anything. What you need to do is plan and prepare. Now, I'm just going to tell you what me and my family did, okay? I was on a project. I've been on a project here for 2 or 3 weeks now. I flew across the country to get home so that I could go to the store and provide food and water for the next 2 or 3 weeks for my family. I would strongly suggest everyone, you need to assume the worst case scenario. I'm not talking about getting sick. Coronavirus has got nothing on the economic virus you're about to experience. Every human being, all they're talking about is corona on TV. Look, 7 billion people about to get the flu. It's called the financial flu. 7 billion people. Unless you're, let's take 2 billion people off. 2 billion people that are in poverty will not experience any change in their economic situation. 5 billion people are about to experience the financial flu. Get your financial house in order. How do you do that? Number one, you got to get food, water, and supplies for your house for the next 2 or 3 weeks. You should assume that the U.S. government's going to shut down for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay? People that work in my company, you should assume that Monday morning, there's a potential that you're going to get a call, don't come to work today. Amazon's already laid off. Follow the money, folks. Follow the power. Amazon's laid off. Twitter's not laid off. They said, hey, what? Don't come to work. Facebook, I think, has made the order. Ohio saying it's going to be 3 weeks. Colleges are saying, hey, do everything online. The NBA, the MLB, the NCAA, like, come on, man, pay attention to the money. You don't think that the government would make a decision today without forewarning the other players first? Please. Pay attention, okay? Panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Plan and prepare. What do you need? Man, I need food, I need H2O, and I need dry supplies. Brown rice. Brown rice goes a long way. Tofu. Tofu will last. I don't even know how long tofu would last. I got me a big slab of tofu, okay? I got what my kids need. Number 2, you need to commit to expansion. This is not about contraction. It's about expansion. You need to commit. You need to make a personal commitment, you and your family. Hey, we're not going to contract in this thing. Even if I got to go home and I got to sit in my house for 2 weeks, I'm committed to expansion in my home, not to Netflix. If you don't do that, you're going to get smaller at the end of this. Remember 2008, 2009, and 2010. There was so much money made, it was unbelievable. Because the world went to sleep and a handful of people said, I'm committed to my expansion. Number 3, follow the money. Follow the money. Where's the money got to go? Food, water, housing. I don't have to buy a house, but I got to live in a house. I need someplace to live, okay? Follow the money. Where is money going to move to now? Where does money have to move to? I talk about the currents. Where do the currents flow to is where you want to go to. If you haven't been good at your job, there's a real good chance, heads up, you're going to get laid off here. Okay, we have 3.5% unemployment. I'm not trying to tell everybody to panic, but I've said it so many times. If you don't discipline yourself, the planet will give you an ass whooping. Bellmen, waiters, Uber drivers, masseuses, plumbers, contractors, roofers, car dealers, car salesmen, insurance brokers, mortgage brokers. Folks, if you haven't been great at your job, there's a real good chance you're about to be laid off. Okay? What do you do in that deal? First, you plan. Water, food, you don't want to be worried about feeding yourself. 2, commit to expansion. I got to get my game on now. Okay, don't worry about the past. Get your game on, commit to expansion. 3, follow the money. Where could you go now that money has to flow to and you tap into that revenue stream, okay? The world will not come to an end. It might slow down, but it won't stop. Number 4, remember, persist regardless. No matter how bad this thing gets, you have to persist because others will quit. They will quit. Trust me. It will get tough. It will get hard. When the hard, what is the old saying? When the tough get going, I don't know what it is. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Something like that. And number 5, okay? Do you want to take advantage right now? You want to exploit. You want to exploit the distraction. Exploit the distraction. I'm not talking about taking advantage of the coronavirus. I'm talking about exploit weaknesses. This is straight out of the 10X rule. Find out what other people won't do and do it. What won't they do? They're going to go home and they're going to lick their wounds. Dude, you live on a planet, man. Fuck, there's viruses. There's human beings on this planet. There's death. There's life cycles. Bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people because good people aren't prepared. Number 1, don't panic. Go get your food, get your water. Get hooked up on that so you don't have to worry about that. Assume that the government's going to shut down for 2 or 3 weeks, meaning you're not going to be able to leave your house. You're not going to the movie theater. You're not going to the shopping center. You're not going out to get your kids' shoes. You're not going any place, okay? You got to assume, prepare for the worst. And if you're wrong, no problem. You got food and water that doesn't go bad. Don't buy produce right now. Buy dry foods. Buy rice. Buy beans. Buy canned beans. They ain't going to go bad. Get you some Twinkies. They'll be good for 50 years. Okay? Get you some nuts. What's the other foods I got yesterday? I hooked up on a bunch of stuff that, man, almost never goes.
You can have tuna too.
Tuna in a can. Now, I happen to be vegan right now, so it's a little more difficult for me, but tofu's probably going to be good 150 years from now. I don't think tofu goes bad. Okay? Tastes bad, but it don't go bad. Just put a little pepper on it. Okay? You got to have a good attitude right now. The only way you're going to have a good attitude right now is if you're committed to expansion, because if you're committed to contraction, and if you don't commit to expansion, you will contract. You'll get smaller. Follow the money, okay? All my money goes into real estate. Why? Because Nathan has to rent where he lives. He's not going to be buying a house right now. 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. Am I over-exaggerating the situation? Persist, number 4, persist no matter how hard it gets. You and the wife, you and the husband, you and the kids. Persist in expansion. And number 5, take advantage. Take advantage. Take advantage of the situation. Okay, I know it sounds terrible that I would tell you to take advantage. Guarantee you, there's a whole bunch of wealthy people right now figuring out how to take advantage. Don't blame the player, folks. And don't blame the game either. Don't hate on the game. Don't hate on the player. Be the player and be the game. Okay, let's talk to our callers. 305-865-8668.
You got Raul in Canada.
Raul, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Come on, brother. How you doing, man? I heard your prime minister. Didn't your prime minister's wife contract the corona?
They got self-isolated for 14 days or something like that. But,
oh, wow.
But hope they're doing okay. But I have a question. Like, I just started my marketing agency in Toronto, and I was growing fast, man. But so I have 2 specific questions. Is there...
Yeah, dude, look, you're just going to grow less fast. But here's the good news. For those of you who are having expansion, I told my staff today, guys, expect the worst year that we've ever had. I sat down with Sherry and Jared and Ryan. Expect us to have the worst year we've ever had. And Jared was like, that ain't going to happen, man. I said, okay, good. But you could at least expect that it's going to happen, right? Prepare for deep, cold water. And then,
right.
You know how long you got to hold your breath, man. You guys, like everybody wants to be Mr. Positive. I'm not Mr. Positive, okay? I'm Mr. Prepared. I'm Mr. Hey, I'm going to get the ass whooping of my life. I'm about to receive the ass whooping of my life, and I'm going to get beat over and over and over again, and it's going to hurt. And the more prepared I am for that, dude, the better off I'm going to be because I'm coming out of the fight. As long as I'm committed to expansion, as long as I persist. So the guys around you, the other marketing agencies around you are going to quit. And you got to just be willing to expand into their quit and take their market. Because the world's not going to stop spinning.
Awesome, man. I have a follow-up question. If you
go
don't
ahead.
Mind. Okay, so the follow-up question is kind of a tricky one. It's like I have 2 reps who work with me, but like I'm trying to hire, and this was like more of like all the other business friends of mine, entrepreneurs we're talking about, is like, how do you now like gauge sales? Because like all the bad ones who can't close, they're gonna be like, they're gonna put the blame game on coronavirus. And as a business owner, how do you you see what I mean?
Yeah, well, dude, like you got to learn how to close deals now. We're back into a sales environment now, not a take order environment. Okay.
Yeah.
So hey, Mr. Customer, you want to market? No, right now because of Corona. Okay. So you want to quit? Why don't you put closed for business on your front door?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the other thing is, you guys are going to all have to call on more people now.
The numbers game, I love it, man.
Everybody needs to understand. Don't think this is going to be easy. By the way, it wasn't easy last week either. And let me just say this. You ain't going back to last week anyhow. Nobody can pull that off. You're dealing with right now, okay? How much game you got right now? How much persistence? How much motivation? You got to get better now, not think about what happened last week, last month, or last year. Next caller, 305-865-8668. I'm talking about the emergency, the coronavirus, but more importantly, I'm talking about the economic impact. The economic epidemic you're about to experience is worldwide. Yes, ma'am.
Valentino in Italy.
Valentino in Italia, man. Oh my God, man. You guys are getting punished.
Hello, man. I met you in Bucharest last year.
Brand
Mines.
Paisan.
Yeah, do you remember Brett Mines in Bucharest? We met there.
I do, my friend. I remember you.
How are you?
Good, brother. How you doing, man? I hate what's happening to Italy right now.
Yes, I'm in Rome, and the hotel shut down. The hotel where I'm working.
Yeah, it shut down. You lost your job?
Yes, actually, yeah. Hopefully, we hope to reopen soon. As soon as this panic.
Well, what are you doing? What are you doing to take care of yourself and your family?
Well, I have some savings, and at the moment, but no investments, just savings. So,
yeah. You got a question?
And the question is, do you think the tourism and the whole hotel industry will get back soon, as it was before, or better, or worse?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little while, brother. I think you guys need to think about, okay, hey, where do you go now? Where do you go for work? Where do you go for money? Where do you go for flow? Where are the flows? What's going to happen now? So, you know.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, my friend, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. All right, good luck to you. I just sent a video to my friends in Italy yesterday about, well, one of the most beautiful places in the world. So much passion, enthusiasm, exuberance, beauty. You guys need to bring that together, man. You need to drop into the problem right now and pep it up. Prepare, expand, persist. Yes, ma'am.
Zach in Oklahoma.
Who?
Zach in Oklahoma.
Zach, what's going on in the OK, buddy?
Hey, Grant Cardone, you're the man. Great job on GrowthCon. My question for you is, what is the best use of our money to invest during this pandemic?
So, if you're investing, how much money are you sitting on, Zach?
Let's say 10 grand.
10,000. First of all, I would tell everybody right now, if you have money in an ETF, if you have money in the stock market, a mutual fund, I would get all that money out. If you got money in a retirement account, I have been telling you guys for how long now?
It's getting crushed right now.
For 1 year, I've been telling you guys, get out of the stock market, man. Get out. I've been telling you guys over and over. I don't want to like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Like, it's up today. I'll promise you next week it will be down again. There's only one place for the stock market to go right now. It's probably, the Dow Jones is probably going to see 16,000. It's at 21,000 today. So you're probably going to be around 16.5. There's no reason for you guys to be, oh, it's going to come back. You don't need it to come back. You need cash flow. You guys should only be investing in things that provide cash flow. America needs paychecks. You're going to need a paycheck every month, okay? When people get laid off, we have the lowest unemployment in 60 years or something, maybe since 1930. When people start getting laid off, what are they going to need? Cash flow. You don't need appreciation, you need cash flow. So financially, what people need when things get bad, okay, is cash flow. You already got companies saying, hey guys, go home. Don't work from home. Amazon, one of the biggest employers in the country, is saying, stay home. What happens when Amazon's like, stay home and don't come back, by the way, and you know what, we're done. We're done with this relationship. The airlines, United, Delta, Southwest, will all lay off both pilots, flight attendants, bagmen. All that's going to happen, okay? What do you need when you don't have a job? You need cash flow. Take your money out of your retirement account, out of your IRA, your 401k, in mutual funds and ETFs. Take that money and get invested in Cardone Capital, because you don't have time to go find your own deals now. You do not have time to go find your own deals. Take that money, invest it in Cardone Capital. Stay away from the REITs. Okay, REITs are similar to Cardone Capital, but the REITs are controlled by the stock market. REITs can't even buy real estate today because their stock valuations are doing this. They're going like this. So nobody even wants to sell them anything today because the REIT, who would normally compete against me, is dependent upon a stock price and I'm not. Okay, I take cash, I buy real estate where people rent, okay? And then what I do is I get cash flow every month, okay? This cash flow, the banks are now going to pay you, this is what the banks are going to pay you now, 0% interest to a negative. So if you have cash in the bank, you have cash in a money market, if you have money in a mutual fund, money in an IRA, money in a 401k, if you can get your 401k or your IRA self-directed, invested at Cardone Capital, you get a paycheck every single month. So when you get laid off, guess what? You don't just get an unemployment check. You get a check. 100 grand is going to pay you about $500 a month. $1 million is going to pay you $5,000 a month. $10 million, if you got $10 million socked away, it's going to pay you $50,000 a month. You don't have to worry about going to work. That's why I'm not all upset, because I got cash flow.
Grant, do you see the real estate market taking a dive during this?
No, well, it depends on what real estate. Homes will take a dive. Retail will get fucking crushed, slammed. Office buildings will get annihilated. There's one real estate. Storage is probably going to get fucking beat up. Excuse my language. When I get excited, I start cursing. Okay? But what I still got to rent someplace, man, for $1,200 a month. So cash flow, income producing real estate, not retail, not office. Where I rent, what are you paying rent, Nathan? He don't even know what it is. Shit. He's like, yeah, whatever, I got to pay. Yeah, I got Netflix. How much is it? I don't know. I got it. I ain't getting rid of it. See what I'm saying? So what you want to do is follow the money, okay? The banks aren't paying you anything. The banks are going to go negative now. They're going to go negative on rates. Okay? They were paying you guys like 1/8 of 1%. They're going to pay nothing now. They're going to zero. The banks are lending to one another right now for almost zero.
So are we in a recession right now?
Oh, we're in a recession right now. I said 6 months ago we were in a recession. Not the wealthy people. The wealthy people are getting bigger. It's the middle class of America has been in a recession. Why? I get more income, but I still can't get ahead. Okay, so a recession is basically two quarters of contracted GDP. The average American in America, okay, the average person in America has had a contracted household GDP for years. Not just for two quarters. Okay, recession typically measures companies because companies hire people. So look again, I'm not here to cause panic, okay? You need to be prepared, by the way. A little bit of panic, goddamn, what am I doing, man? This is me every day. Every day everybody's like, what you worried about? I'm worried about the fucking world coming to an end. Okay? No, actually, what I'm worried about is we don't come to an end, we just suffer. And the movie never ends. That's the cycle you're in, man. Get some cash flow, folks. Right there. If you don't have cash flow takes out the question mark in life. This is why I invest in apartments. It's not because I love apartments. It's because apartments pay me money every month. This book, people ain't going to buy books when there's a recession. You think they're going to go buy a book? They should, but they won't. People, I don't like to read. Okay, you like to bleed? If you don't like to bleed, baby, read. Okay, but you know, the truth is people aren't going to spend money now. They're going to contract because they're scared. Don't be scared. Don't be a little bitch. Now's the time to practice the 10X rule. Expansion when everybody else is contracting. Not expansion one time, expansion 10 times. Okay, thanks for watching today. Cardone Zone every Friday, actually every day. Monday's real estate, Tuesday's power players, Wednesday's G&E show, Thursday's young hustlers, and Friday I talk about the economy, your finances, your money, and your career. God bless you guys. Be great. Don't spread the panic. Don't spread the rumors. Don't spread the gossip. Spread the good news, baby. Spread the good news. Okay? All you got to do is know the rules, baby. The rules are this. 1, prepare. Go get some food. Go get some water. 2, expand. Commit to expansion, not contraction. And 3, persist no matter how bad it gets, how ugly it gets. Just know this. When everybody's in the ditch, you still driving down the road. Thanks for watching.
My goal for this conference was you walk in and you look around and say, this is important. Everybody in the room is going to be believing one thing. We're going to expand.
It's been more than I ever imagined. We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
30 countries have showed up for this event.
Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, can you please clap your hands? People, come on.
I'm here to help you. Finally, I feel like I'm doing something equivalent to what I'm supposed to do. Let's fix this place, Kevin Hart. Are you ready to 10X? Phenomenal success story. Give it up for Floyd Mayweather.
My goal for this conference was you walk in and you look around and say, this is important. Everybody in the room is going to be believing one thing: we're going to expand.
It's been more than I ever imagined. We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
30 countries have showed up for this event.
Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, can you please clap your hands? People, come on.
I'm here to help you. Finally, I feel like I'm doing something equivalent to what I'm supposed to do. Let's fix this place, Kevin Hart. Are you ready to 10X? Phenomenal success story. Give it up for Floyd Mayweather.